Hi everyone, Morgan here. Today I want to talk about how to build up your seed bank. Okay, so I purchase a lot of seeds. This is only one of many vacuum sealed bags of seeds. Vacuum sealing them helps them last a little bit longer. It keeps them away from moisture. And then I have this in a dark container so no light is getting into it, but it keeps it away from moisture. Moisture is probably the biggest issue with seeds going bad. So I keep them in a vacuum sealed container. I know this looks really random, but I have it inventoried so I kind of know what's in here so I don't have to open the entire package. And I'm not like, wondering what is in here. I do think buying heirloom seeds is really important. Heirloom seeds, you're going to get the absolute, whatever product that you bought, whatever type of variety that you bought, you're going to be getting that variety with an heirloom seed. Now, in saying that, while I do suggest, purchasing seeds, there's lots of places to purchase seeds. I have links down below of places that I purchase seeds from. I purchase from a wide variety of sources just because I like variety and I just like supporting different seed companies as well as local seed companies. Another way to build it up is to join a seed swap. So if you have some seeds, let's say that you have some seeds and you want to swap, you can join a seed swap. They're on Facebook. They're also on Instagram. There might be just some general websites that you can sign up and get emails, but just search like seed trade or seed swap and you can join, and they'll usually announce like, hey, I have these seeds, like especially in Facebook groups, they'll say, hey, I have these seeds and I want to trade for da 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 da. Many non-perishable things that you buy from the store are actually seeds. Rice, this is a seed. You can actually plant this. This little tiny grain of rice, you could plant this. And if you really want to make sure that it's gonna like plant, you could get like an organic rice, that kind of thing, but you can plant this. This is just rice and you can plant it, okay? This is the seed. Beans, this is the seed, okay? You could try to plant this. What you could do is you could try to just take like a handful, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then maybe take like a couple and just try to sprout them. If you can sprout them, they'll grow. They'll grow into the actual plant. And this won't work with literally everything. And some things, you're not going to do it like oats, like the ground oats that you get, not the ground oats, but the cut oats that you get at the store. You can't grow that, but you could get oat groats and then try to plant that. You could get rye, like the rye seeds, try to grow that. The whole wheat berries, those could be grown. Now, you may not have like 100% success rate with these things, but that's definitely one way to build up your seed bank. And I know this is going to cause a lot of controversy. There's a lot of people who are very, very against this method of seed saving. But I think they're also going to be against this next method of seed saving as well. When I get produce like peppers or apples or any type of produce that has the seed inside or on the outside, like strawberries have the seed on the outside, you can actually pick the strawberries off of the outside and then save them and plant them. And that's I've actually heard great success with that. But is saving seeds from the produce that you buy from the store. If you're buying oranges, save the seeds from the oranges. If you're buying apples, save the seeds from the apples. Pears, cucumbers, if they have the seeds, save the seeds. And then what you're going to do is you're going to basically put them on something, let them dry out completely. If you have like a nice dry spot to put them, let them dry out completely and just make sure they're dried out. All those pumpkins from the pumpkin seeds, you want to save those seeds. You can roast them and eat them, of course, but you can also save them and let them dry, and you can try to plant them. Watermelon seeds, okay? So these are all ways. If you're buying a watermelon, save the seeds. If you're buying a pumpkin, save the seeds. If you're buying these things from the store, save the seeds and try to grow from them. Again, that's a greatly debated way, especially when it comes to like apples and things like that, because when you plant an apple seed, I'm going to be real with you guys. When you plant an apple seed, it may not be the original variety that you wanted. Like if you bought like a Red Delicious and you're hoping to plant that seed to get a Red Delicious, it may not be that variety. It'll be some variety, but it probably won't be that original variety. And that's a reason why people just advocate just getting those heirloom seeds, because you know exactly what you're getting. But I'm an experimenter. I love to experiment, but that's also why I have the heirloom seeds. And that's also why I will, buy seedlings of plants. So the way that fruit trees are usually produced in order to get their original variety is through grafting and things like that. If you want to propagate a plant, you could do that. If you want to ask a friend for, some propagation of their banana tree, things like that. So, there are some things that maybe you won't be able to get from a seed, like I just said, a banana. You'll need to propagate that. And then there's some things that will just be a higher success rate when it is propagated or grafted. And of course, grafting trees, they're going to grow a lot quicker than from seed. It's going to take you maybe a few years from grafting. It'll take you many, many years from a seed, especially for like a fruit tree or something like that. So that's just something to consider. But it's not necessarily a downside. If you get started now, you can grow that seed from, you can grow that plant from a seed, and there you go. Lemon tree, I've actually talked and seen people's real live lemon tree that they grew from seed. These things are possible, but we want to start doing this stuff now, building up that seed bank and trying to actually plant this stuff. When I get my greenhouse, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be planting a lot of these seeds that I've been saving, like oranges and pears, and I saved some tomato seeds. I think I saved some pepper seeds from a pepper I got from the store. So that's one way. And then another way is to save seeds from foraged items that you come across. You could save those seeds and then try to plant them around your area. You could also just try to propagate those. Just take a clipping and then just try to, put it in some water, let it propagate, and then plant it. You could do that too. That may be a little bit easier, but you could also save the seeds, let them dry, and then store them for later if you wanted to. Lastly, there may be actually not seed swaps, but they're like seed libraries. There's these things that are called seed libraries that are actually at libraries, and you would just go to the library and say, do you have a seed library? And you can take any seeds that you want, but the nice thing to do is just take like 1 or 2 packets or things like that, and then try to give back if you can. There's no, pressure to give back or anything like that, but there are lots of seed libraries. I think that we need to do a little bit more experimenting with propagation and grafting and saving seeds from a variety of sources, and then actually trying to sprout them and then grow them. If they're sprouting, it's a pretty good sign that they will grow into that mature plant and actually produce hybrids and GMO. It's kind of up in the air, if you get something from the store that could have been a hybrid or could have been, a GMO or something like that, you may not be getting that original product. We can learn to save the seeds and grow from seeds. We can learn to propagate, and we can learn to graft. We can learn to do all these things and create a happy, healthy, and fun garden, because you're experimenting, you're having fun, and you're learning the process. One last thing I do want to say about this is that some fruits and vegetables are going to be a little more difficult, like avocado. Trying to grow that into a whole new tree can be difficult from seed. It may require quite a bit of care, a little extra pollination and fertilization, and just extra help to get to that point in which it's actually producing. Same with a lot of things. Like I've heard a little bit of difficulty with dragon fruit, getting it to produce. So you have to just understand that some of these things might take a little bit more effort than just planting the seed, okay? But it can be done. Learn about the fruit or vegetable, learn about the seeds, learn how they produce, how you can help it produce, but all things are possible if we just take the chance and experiment now, so that you have your seed bank of seeds that you know are going to grow, and then you're experimenting by saving seeds, And that's the last thing that I want to say when you do grow things. This is the actual last thing I want to say. When you do grow things, let it go to seed, and then you can actually save those seeds. So whenever you're growing things, like you're growing these heirloom seeds, right? You're growing from these heirloom seeds. Well, let a couple go to seed so that you can save those seeds and continue the heirloom tradition, right? All right, I hope that this was helpful. Build your seed bank. It's super effective and easy to do. Lots of different ways to do it. I know a lot of this stuff is very controversial. A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, I would never, save or use the pinto beans that I bought from the store. And that's fine. If you wanna just build your seed bank by just buying a bunch of heirloom seeds, that's totally up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable with, but I do encourage you to experiment and save as many seeds as you possibly can. Everything's possible. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. I'll talk to you later. Bye.